we are back with the last of the video series for process dynamics and control. As such, it's a ratio control, and this ratio control is a special type of feed forward control where we have two disturbances. Both are measured and they are kept in constant ratio. Both disturbances are measured and they are kept in a constant ratio with each other. This is very important that the ratio remains constant. That's why we're controlling the ratio. It's called ratio control. So you have number of examples of this where we control the ratios of two flow rates or the two streams. Uh, both rates are measured, but only one is controlled. Both are measured, only one is controlled. The one which is not controlled is called wild stream, and the one which is controlled obviously is called controlled stream. So the one which is not under control is referred to as wild stream. So we measure the wild and we measure the controlled and we change the controlled in accordance to the changes in the wild, so that the ratio of the wild to the control that always remains constant. We have a number of examples of the processes where you make use of ratio control in industry as well as in many other applications. For example, you have the ratio of fuel to the air in a burner. That ratio is to be kept constant. It's there simply in your domestic burners to your petrol engines and so on and so forth, to in boilers and so on and so forth. This ratio of fuel is to air is kept at the optimal value where you achieve the maximum efficiency of the combustion by ratio control. You have to blend two streams. I have been working in food industry. I've been adding maltodextrin to the fluid. I'm adding corn oil to the milk and so on and so forth. The ratio of milk is to corn oil. That remains constant. This milk flow rate is wild, and if milk flow rate increases, I increase the amount of corn oil going into it. If the milk flow rate decreases, I decrease the amount of or the flow rate of the corn oil going into it, so that the ratio of milk is to corn oil or milk is to the maltodextrin, that's a kind of sugar, that always remains constant in the final composition. And finally, you have the control of ratio of two reactants entering a reactor at a desired value, A and B, A plus B giving C plus D. So A plus B, the ratio of A and B needs to be constant in the ratio control. We measure A, we measure B, we let A change as it is, we call it wild stream, and we control the value of B so that the ratio A is to B is always constant. You can have many more examples of ratio control in your daily life as well. To maintain a balance, a ratio, work life balance as we call it, the ratio is to be maintained in all the cases. So my dear friends, there are two ways to achieve this ratio control, and these two ways will be shown to you in the subsequent slides. This is the final one in the sessions over here. So here we go for the first kind of controls configuration for achieving a ratio control. As you can see, you have a wild stream. Why it is called wild stream? Because it may increase or decrease, and we are not going to change this. This is a controllable stream. This is also increases or decreasing, but this is controlled. We can open the wall, we can close the wall in such a manner that the ratio of A is to B, that always remains constant. So what we do is we put a mathematical divider. It's a mathematical divider. Whatsoever is the flow rate, it's giving the signal over here. Whatsoever is the flow rate B, the signal is going to this divider, and we are getting the ratio. Ratio may be, let us say this is fuel, this is air. The ratio may be 1 is to 10, 1 is to 12, 1 is to 14, and so on and so forth. And we see that whether this ratio is equal to the desired ratio or not. Whether it is equal to desired ratio or not. We compare the actual ratio, the measured ratio, with the desired ratio and the error is computed. And accordingly, if the desired ratio and the actual ratio are not same, then with the help of this ratio controller, we either increase the flow rate or decrease the flow rate so as to bring this ratio back to the desired point. This is something very flexible. You have desired ratio, you have this set point is not fixed. This desired ratio is not fixed. You can actually change it. Like for example, the ratio is for the milk and the sugar. For one kind of product you want lesser sugar, for another kind of product you want more sugar. For one kind of product you can actually have this lesser ratio, for second you can have a more ratio. So this is more flexible kind of design as such. But this design also requires a divider over here. Not a very big issue, you can always go in for a divider over here, and you can compute the ratio and control the ratio. You are controlling the ratio, you are not controlling the flow rate. As such, the set point is not in terms of the flow rate, the set point is in terms of the ratio, which is ultimately computed by dividing this flow rate to this flow rate. This is a special kind, as I said, of because this is also disturbance, and you can have disturbance here also. So both the disturbances are measured. This is also disturbance which is getting measured, and this is also disturbance which is getting measured. This is not controlled, I'm repeating, it's called wild. It is getting controlled, that's the controllable stream, and the ratio is fixed constant given by the desired ratio over here. You can do the same thing can be achieved by yet another configuration, as you'll be seeing in the second slide or the next slide and the last slide, you can say. So this is it. Again, once again, you have a wild stream and it is going to the desired ratio. This is the desired ratio. You want 10% of it, you want 20% of it, you want that B should be 10% of A, then you put the desired ratio as 10% of over here. Whatsoever is the flow rate, it will get multiplied by 10%. 10% means 10 divided by 100. And the desired flow rate for B will be coming over here. What you get over here is a flow rate. It's not a ratio. We're not using any desired, we're not using any divider over here. Rather, the desired ratio is fed in this. This is normally fixed, but we can always manipulate this desired ratio over here. So whatsoever is the flow rate, it's getting multiplied by the desired ratio, 10%, 30%, 50%, whatsoever. uh, and then the desired flow rate for B is computed from this desired ratio, and thereafter it is a simple flow rate control. We are taking the feedback from here, we're taking the feedback of the flow rate, it's comparing with the desired flow rate, and then as per the normal controller, you have a ratio we call it a ratio controller. It's a normal controller because it's controlling the flow rate. What's the flow rate set point over here? That is, it's changing the valve, it's opening the valve or closing the valve to make the flow rate go for whatsoever is the flow rate decided by this desired ratio. This is how the ratio controller works. Once again, it is a kind of feed forward controller. This is also disturbance and this is also disturbance. Any change in this disturbance is going to change the flow rate over here. The set point over here is going to change, and by making use of a simple feedback controller, anything, it can be PI or whatsoever kind of controller you can use to bring this B, the flow rate of this is going to change as per the changes happening in this particular wild stream, giving the set point change over here. So we are having a disturbance which is converted into a set point change. Means it's basically a kind of regulatory control which is converted into a servo control, because here the set point is changing, and therefore you are able to maintain the same ratio throughout. Again, the applications can have any of the two configurations, whether you're blending two fluids, or you're maintaining air is to fuel ratio, or A plus B going to the reactor, or sugar in the milk, or corn oil in the milk. Anything can be controlled making use of this kind of control, ratio control configuration as such. And I'm happy to announce that it's all for the entire course on process dynamics and control. as you have studied from me. And I wish you a very good luck and a big success in your life. That's all, folks. If you have any queries, you can always contact me through all the means which I've been telling you again and again: learning management system or WhatsApp, or Zoom sessions, or telephones, cell phone calls, or any other means you may feel like face to face interaction if possible. I thank you finally for being with me throughout the session, and I wish you a very safe stay and enjoy learning. Bye bye.